I've been a playboy for the last decade, and in this video, I'm breaking down the secrets, tactics, and all of the lessons I've learned over the last 10 years with all of the women I've gone out with, dated long-term, dated short-term, everything you can imagine, every situation I have been through. These are the most important lessons that I can give you in the shortest amount of time to help you with dating, with life, with women, and being a man in general. The first thing is the power of priorities when it comes to women. Women are drawn and attracted to men that have priorities that are not women. Women will always tell you, I want to be the number one thing in your life. I want to be the most important thing. It's never true. And this goes into lesson number 2, but you can never put women first in your life, ever. Here's why. Not only will women not respect you for being a bum, not having anything else going on in your life, but your life will just be genuinely worse because women are illogical, they're emotional, and they're very irrational. If you put all of your time, energy, and effort into that type of person, that type of creature, how are you going to live a fulfilled life? It's impossible. Women are a bonus. They're not the number one priority. And women inherently are drawn to men that conquer, to men that have a plan, to men that are competent and decisive. This type of guy is not putting her first in his life. He's too busy increasing his value. Men that increase their value are the most attractive men to women. It might cause her to be, oh, you don't give me enough attention, but she's never gonna leave and she'll respect you and she'll shut up. Versus the girl you give all your attention to, that guy, she will leave. She will get bored. She will say, oh, you don't have anything else in your growing life. And you're going to say, but I do everything for you. Why aren't you happy? That's how the female mind works. Priorities cannot go understated. It's extremely important for you as a man, no matter how many women you want to date, what kind of life you want to live, never put them first. They will always come as a bonus for you being the fucking man. And that takes time. And of course, that's part of the process. Number 2, female nature doesn't make logical or rational sense to men. And that's why most men can't date for shit. Women are emotional creatures. They are roller coasters. This is their mind. This is their emotional state. And they are loyal to how they feel emotionally. So what that means is you are probably dating and going about women in a logical, rational way because you are a logical, rational man. But that's actually a mistake. It's a massive error because you're not dating men or you're in the wrong channel. If you're dating women, you have to have the perspective of understanding their point of view. Don't become a woman, but understand the point of view. They're a slave to their emotions. That's why the nice guy loses. That's why the boring guy loses. That's why the predictable guy loses. I have a guide on that below. Check it out. Because if you're too transparent, if there's no spike of, oh, what's he doing now? Oh, why did he say this? Oh, this or that. And you're just boring as shit and linear, they will get tired of you. They will not, I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how good looking you are. If you're boring, readable, and cause no emotional spike, women will not be attracted to you. It's ingrained in who they are as beings. And so you have to be able to trigger the ups and the downs. You have to be able to pull and push. You have to be able to have playful dominance, which I talk about in other videos. It's a way to cause an emotional spike in women that only you can give. Women's addiction to men comes from the man's ability to cause that emotional reaction, and the best emotional reaction wins. Plain and simple. If she checks certain boxes and gives her the best emotional feeling she gets, better than any other guy, better than her phone, she will chase him forever. And that's the truth. Next lesson. It's not your girl, it's just your turn. Now, this is a very hard pill to swallow as a man because you go into the dating world, you start dating women and you start talking with women and you want love. You want the Disney movie. You want the happy ever after because men are the romantic ones. We're the ones that will date a bum. We don't care. Women are not. And so we always go into it thinking about love and marriage. And this isn't a pessimistic point of view. This is just a hyper-realistic point of view. 99.99999% of women you meet are not going to be in your life forever. They just won't. The only 0.0001 exception is if you die first and you're married to 50 years. You have to know this. Women will do what's best for them. Men will do what's best for the family, for the unit, for the relationship, most of the time. Women are more selfish creatures than men are because they're slaves to their emotion and because they need certain men in their life to literally survive. We can go out and hunt and gather. They cannot. They need protection. They need providing. And so they will put that above your feelings, above your work, above what you want all day of the week. And so relationships are a little bit more transactional than you want to believe. That's okay. It's just reality. And so you have to understand You can never attach your soul to a woman. You can never attach your heart to a woman. I don't care if you're married 50 years. You always have to have in the back of your mind, this person can leave at any time, and I'm okay with that. That's the only mindset that will serve you positively. And that, by the way, that's the only mindset that a woman is drawn to. When a woman sees that you are genuinely codependent and attached to her, she will get disgusted, she will leave. And this is just the reality of the fact. Hypergamy happens all the time. I've seen it happen all the time. I've seen it happen from me and to me. And you have to understand, it's not your goal, it's just your turn. Even if that turn is 50 years, it's just your turn. And there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy the good times. Enjoy her presence. Enjoy the connection you have. But never, ever, ever give her your soul. The next thing is, girls only make rules for men they have low interest about. And this ties into another thing that I wanted to mention, which are women are 10 times more promiscuous than they lead on. So here's how the two tie together. As a guy that has had his way with women for a very long time, I've seen women break tons of rules for me all the time. And so you may start dating a girl and she gives you rules about sex and she gives you rules about doing certain things. And she has certain expectations on you, on how you should treat her, how you should and how you can treat her, or she wouldn't be there. I'm here to tell you the god awful truth. For a different guy, she doesn't have any of those rules. She's pulling right up over. The amount of girls that have just come over with no date, nothing, is more than you would want to believe. And all of those girls, to the vast majority of men, require dinner, they require flowers, a reservation, candy, and then they kiss them on the cheek. Genuinely, this is the game. And so you have to understand, you can't put women on a pedestal because they lie about their innocence, they lie about their rules, they lie about promiscuity, they lie about the things they've done. They make up rules if they don't like you. If they do like you, there's no rules. And so you just have to get better at dating because you want to become the guy in the 1 percentile that doesn't have to deal with all this bullshit that is literally fake. And so this ties into another point about pedestalizing women that you absolutely can't do. Not only can you not do it because they won't be attracted to you, but they're 100 times more insecure than you think they are. They put up a front and they put up this, perception of themselves. But let me tell you firsthand, I have said things to women that are very high value, very attractive women that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Even if it was just a comment about their pants. That's how insecure they are. And so when you put them on a pedestal and think they're all of this value, all of this beauty, etc., they don't even think that about themselves. They're bluffing. They are insecure about everything about themselves. You can't pedestalize women. Women are drawn and attracted to men that put them down in a way to where it's like, I'm better than you and you can just be here. Enjoy. That dynamic is what they're addicted to. They're born followers. I've seen this time and time again, long-term, short-term relationships, doesn't matter. You have to understand the guys that put women on a pedestal get taken to the cleaners. They get absolutely rinsed because women find it repulsive. They find it disgusting. They're not attracted to it on a biological level. This is just human nature. So you have to learn the game. Women also love men that turn their brains off. Okay. I've dated so many women, long-term, short-term, everything. I don't care who they are, from what country, how old they are, none of them want to think. Zero. None of them want to use their brain. They literally want to be brain dead zombies and have me decide everything while they just sit there and look pretty. That is the epitome of femininity, the feminine nature, being brain dead. Okay. Welcome to your black pill of the day, your white pill, whatever the hell you want to call it. They don't want to think. They want a guy that does everything and just leads. But what you have to make sure is when you are doing this, you are in control. You're not being bossed around to lead. You're leading because you are leading. And you make decisions on everything. You make them feel comfortable. You shut off their mind. That is when a woman is literally the most in love with a man, is when she doesn't have to think. She can just be in la la land, like walking around. Oh, he's got it. He's taking care of it. It's 100% factual. 1000% factual. Another thing that is really important to understand about women, female nature, female psychology, and everything I've seen is women are very sneaky and deceptive. And so you have to have your guard up at all times. A lot of men get blinded by love. They get blinded by the dream. They get blinded by looks. They get blinded by beauty because men are more cavemanish. But women are very deceptive and they're very sneaky. And again, when you understand they're a slave to their emotional nature, you have to have your guard up. You have to understand that they're not going to confront you, okay? Because they don't have fists. Not that you would fight, but on a survival instinct, the way they get what they want, information, is by deception. They have to be sneakier. And so a lot of men get destroyed by women because they didn't see the signs. They were blinded. They didn't see the manipulation, the deception. They got completely bamboozled and fooled. And women do this to men all the time. And you have to be aware of the harsh realities of dating women in life. And I don't care how much she loves you. I don't care about any of these things. You have to be completely aware that they could have ulterior motives. They could be lying to me. They could be deceiving me. They could be doing things right now behind my back. They could be. And so you never know for sure. And you always have to keep your guard up because women are going to do what's best for women. And at the end of the day, that is why, circling back to point number one, you have to be a man on your purpose because it is a shield to this manipulation. So even if a breakup happens, you're fine because you have purpose, you're driven, you have other things in your life. And even if it doesn't happen and you're dealing with bullshit in a relationship, you're not affected. When I dated toxic women, it's like it barely even touched me because I was so driven on my purpose that it was annoying to deal with this dumb shit. But at the same time, I was not crushed. I was not depressed. I did not hide in my room when shit hit the fan because I just kept pursuing going. That's a lesson on life in general. But it's very, very important when it comes to women to be that guy on your purpose because that is your shield against manipulation, against having your emotion drained, against having your life flipped upside down by women. Now, there's a million different areas that I could talk to when it comes to picking up girls, attracting more women, etc., seduction. What I will say is this: not give a shit, good hygiene. Talk with confidence and articulation and tonality. The man that women are drawn to the most can make them giggle, but also tell them to shut the fuck up. And I mean that wholeheartedly. My humor and my way of going about women that has had great success, and it's just really who I am, is I'm like the asshole funny. Like I say shit and I put them in their place and they don't know if I'm joking, so they laugh, but they fall in place. I'm not a comedian. I'm not a performative monkey. I am who I am to the core. And I boss them around and I make them laugh, and I boss them around and I make them laugh. And they're cleaning and they're laughing. They're mopping and they're laughing. That type of dynamic, that yin and yang, is what women are attracted to the most. Like they like giggling, but also feeling secure by you putting them in their place and bossing them around. That is the security they feel. They feel secure and comfort through power and assertion. It's not through kindness. They view kindness as weakness. That's why they hate nice guys. If you assert your power and dominance through leading and telling them what the hell to do, they will feel safe. That is what they want. Yes, some of them have been programmed by the feminist movement, etc. But when they submit to you, that is the true side you will see. Make them laugh, boss them around, lead them around. That is the only way to maintain frame and genuinely the way to cause massive amounts of attraction. When a woman is truly attracted to you, she will want to be with you intimately all the damn, I can't keep up. And you should be rejecting her intimately. You should, especially if you're seeing her consistently. You have to be in charge of that. If you want intimacy more than she wants it, and she's borderline rejecting you or being reluctant, you better leave. I'm telling you right now, you better get the fuck out because she's cheating. She doesn't like you. Women that truly love and admire and like and respect men whenever they want with no consent. And I say that from personal experience. I've had women I've dated be like, I don't want any consent to me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's real. This is the true primal nature of man and woman. These are the things that most men don't see because they never have a woman submit to them. This is like the actual stuff, the stuff I've seen behind the scenes for over a decade. And now, with all of the good, bad, and ugly lessons that I've learned, I'm able to make content and help guys literally around the world date on their terms, get the women they truly want, and be in charge of their dating life and actually have it be enjoyable. Whether it's a wife or a girlfriend or a rotation, whatever it is they want, nothing is unattainable. You have to just learn the skill set. And I give that to them on a silver platter. So if you want to be the man, the superhero of your life and your dating life and with women, click the application link below to work with me one-on-one. This program will literally change your life and how you see the world, dating, and yourself forever. It's a skill set that will last you till the end of your life because women will never change. Dating will never change. The landscape has changed a little bit, but women are women and they'll never change. See you in the next video.